Oh, some of my destinations have errors. Let's see. Oh, what's going on, Twitter? Whatever. Anyways, hey y'all. I just wanted to go live really quick. Um, I got some food cooking. So I titled this body yada 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 yada, because I have been intentionally more cognizant of how I feel in my body. If you're in the chat, say what's up. Let me know you're in there. Little Sunday moment. I titled this body because I've intentionally been more cognizant about being in my body, being present in my body, which requires presence. I think we get so used to just moving on autopilot and just running through things and thinking about the next thing that we got to do and the next, and using our minds to control outcomes, to organize things. Our minds are overactive. To me, our brains are for filing taxes and getting jobs and like logistical things. But if we drop into the body, there's so much more ease, flow, and presence available that actually allows universal law, spirit, divine, and everything to take over. Thank you, Naughty. Hey, girl. It's something bigger than you that can take over and kind of guide you where you need to go. You work in tandem with God. You work in tandem with spirit. You work in tandem with divine, universe, whatever you want to use that's more vast than you, that is pushing this thing forward. You co-create with that. But how can you do that if something as small as the mind knows everything and does everything and is handling everything? So I've just been deciding to be more present. What I noticed is I'm not breathing as deeply as I thought I was. I thought I was cognizant of just, you know, breathing deep. Girl, that autopilot looked crazy. I'm about to say something about some autopilot, boy. You're right in the pocket. Autopilot, just going to work, going to wake up, going to this and this and that. When you hear this, say that. When you got this, like it's very robotic. Okay, almost by design. You see AI and how things are going on technology wise, but we don't need to participate. What could be beautiful about AI is it's so different than we are. We have souls. So we actually do have the ability to move outside of predictive programming just because of our own internal flow. But yeah, when we co-create with the divine, in my opinion, that takes dropping into the body. So one thing I discovered about myself this week is I'm not breathing as deeply as I would like. And I'm in a change of my own. So I think I'm kind of like monitoring things a little bit. Like, so where breathing is automatic. So yes, I'm breathing, but I'm also very hyper aware right now as I shift into some things. So I think that has me, whatever. So I noticed that. I also noticed, right? And y'all tell me if you do this, because when I snapped out of it, I was like, okay. So I did an amazing meditation and I've been enjoying my meditation so much. I'm enjoying my life, the beauty of it, how things are unfolding, the kindness, the love I magnetize from places I wouldn't even imagine. Like, it's just, everything's amazing. So I'm staying on point and on par with myself. And so there are certain things that run subconsciously in my mind that I don't want to think about anymore. Like, I ask myself, who do I want to be and what do I want to get rid of? And so I'm very aware of that. I take my inventory and I move accordingly. So one day after meditation, I started, what was I doing? I was making food or a smoothie or something. And in the autopilot of making the smoothie, I was in a trance, thinking about something that doesn't serve me. And I was almost, it was a trance. Have you ever been trance just in like your own thoughts and something that you're going through and you're going over all the details and you're going over what you said or what you would have said or what had happened, what you liked, what you didn't? I was in a full on trance. And I snapped out of it and I'm looking in my cabinet and I'm like, yo, I don't, this is, no, I need to be no, 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 no. But it was such a glaring, like, this is how your subconscious works. This is how things go when they are unmonitored. And we have the power to monitor them. It might be a little bit of a challenge in the beginning until it becomes a fresh autopilot. But we have got to replace the old with the new, and we can't do that unless we're cognizant of what the old is. So in my meditation, when I ask, what would it take for me to move forward and, have things on my heart that I desire? What would it take for me to clear myself of the things I didn't like? What would it take for me to feel more free and vibrant in love consistently? What would it take? When I ask those questions, the universe responds, and now it's coming in quick. I went out of that meditation for 5 minutes before I caught myself in a full-on trance of like, oh girl, is this what you're doing? Is this what you're allowing to run in the background in this of your mind and embed in your subconscious? So now you're walking around with these beliefs as if they're real, when this is old. This is not even what you want. This is just a tape running. So I stopped the tape. How often do we get in a trance of these tapes that are running? That's not being present. That's not dropping in the body. Another thing that I learned as I'm learning and being hyper aware of being in the body, is the unnecessary anxiety and pressures that we feel. Like I was getting dressed to go out, something casual. I wanted to go out and celebrate myself. And I was just putting my things in my purse, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't running late or anything. I decided to go out during rush hour. I knew it was going to take a while to get there. No big deal. And I broke one of my nails. So I'm sitting up here like trying to fix my nail and this and that. But I noticed that instantly I started to tell myself like, I was out of time or something. Like, you need to hurry up and just get this. And, oh, why does this happen right now? And I had to stop because of the way I was feeling. I'm like, you're feeling anxious and rushed and frustrated for what? Why is your body, why is that the natural response to like, oh, I'm running late, or, oh, when you just get that anxiety, you're like, oh, you're on your way out to the gym and then you put your shoes on, but you don't wear your shoes in the house. And now you have to go to the bathroom to take your shoes off and go all the way. Is that really a reason to have anxiety? Is that really a reason to be in panic? Are you really that late? Do you understand the undoings of survival mode and what is required for us to not be putting our body in spaz mode like that? We don't have to do that. So it just reminded me, I'm like, wow, girl, you're getting anxious. Like time is running out, or like you have to hurry, or yet you're going to be late. And even if you like, I had to remind myself to take a deep breath. This few minutes that I have to take to shift this thing is not a big deal. But had I not been cognizant of my body and presence, I'm not really sure if I would have caught it like that. So that's why I'm sharing that with you. There are so many, these are the things, I got to flip my little, these are the things that I am aware of that are changing and shifting the way I function and the way I show up. And it's allowing me to show up better. It's allowing me to show up more full and to relax and to get rid of some of these habits that are just not serving my body. Like, we need to breathe, and we need to breathe deep. We're not in a rush. There's no need for anxiety all the time. It's not that deep. But, when you're raised, like, you got to get ready for school, you're going to be late for work, and you're going to be like, so much pressure all the time. And doesn't have to be like that. So we have an opportunity in this time to recondition our bodies to relax, because when I'm relaxed and when I'm breathing and when I can feel myself, that still small voice that comes in, that tempo that kind of runs very rhythmic, it's already going on its own. I don't need to use my mind and force and rush and pressure and all this stuff when my body is literally running with all the rhythms. It never misses a beat. It's only missing when I'm interfering in a habitual and a way that's not serving me. You understand? So I just wanted to share that from my perspective, and hopefully it resonated with you. And you found a little bit of your human behavior in my share. I think those were the main things: the breathing, the dropping into the body, the being anxious for no reason, the trance. Just trance, like you just be stuck in thought. What is going on? Be aware of what you're thinking about, because you are either, what are you doing? What situation are you trying to control? What feelings are you trying to manipulate? What old stories are you putting your body through again in that trance when you're just like zoned out and the mind is just going like, be aware. First, be aware, then you will know what to do with the energy. But the awareness of that we're doing that has been so powerful for me. And so this is the work I continue to do on myself, and I wanted to share. Sorry, y'all, my nose is just itching for no reason. I am about to eat. Y'all know me too well. Y'all know it's time to eat. Go to sassymethod.com if you would like to connect with me. I offer free 20-minute connection calls. If you are looking to get out of a bad habit, change the way you date and how you show up, move more into purpose in your own personal flow, and align more with the truth of who you are so you can get the blessings that are designed for you, special, and you want to tap into that, go to sassymethod.com. I am the creator of the Sassy Method. Yeah, y'all. So I just wanted to share that. I hope you found value in it. Thank you guys so much for listening and commenting. And yeah, those are the 3 takeaways. I want you to drop into the body, be body present and cognizant as much as you can. And feel free to come back to this video and tell me what you find. Like I said, I found myself not breathing, restricting my breathing. I had to, I found myself in trance of just like thinking, playing stuff in my mind, what I said, what I should have said, what had happened, what's going on, going through all of that. And the third thing, this rush, this need to rush, and anxiety, that anxiety we feel when we need to rush, which probably comes from, we did rush out to school. You have to be on time for school. You have to be on time for work. You have to be, I get all that, but like, do we have to put our body in fight or flight, like over every little thing? Most of the time we don't. You're not going to be that late. It ain't that serious. We're not. Just breathe, but just realize that you're doing it, because it gives you a chance to shift that. And when you're aware, that is gold. Because if you don't know what the problem is, how can you war against it to change it? And this is with my Sassy Method, guys, that you see here. The third S is for supplanted, to supersede and replace. How can you supersede and replace a thought or an idea that's not serving you if you haven't even identified what that is? You need to identify what it is so you can pull it out and replace it with something more healthy, more better, and more on par for who you are now. Not who you were when in survival mode, not who you are when mommy and daddy and not who you were when you were in that abusive relationship and all of these other things. None of that. Who you are now. Tawny says, please come out with a cookbook. Your body is so healthy and so is your food. I really do have a good time. The cookbook. You're going to convince me, girl. Let's do it. I'm down. Just a cute little fun cookbook. I can do that. Lots to come. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Yes, Tawny says, fight or flight. Done with that mode. I supplant fight or flight now with peace. Exactly. When you feel that fight or flight energy, it is worth it to take that 5 seconds to go on and pause and see what's going on with you. I had to really ask myself, like, girl, why do you have anxiety right now? You're not in a hurry anywhere. Nobody's hurt. Nothing's happening. Like, anxiety? Do those chemicals really need to be going through your body right now? Like, let's slow down. Breathe. Get present. Just be aware of the presence. I was at the park the other day and I really felt the sense of all, the sense of oneness, because I think about the power of a moment and it being the only thing that we have. And as I was sitting there and I could hear the birds chirping, I could hear the squirrel crawling up the tree, like scritching on the tree. I could see the ducks. I felt good. I was sitting on the grass. I could feel that. I could feel the sun. There were so many senses going off at once, but it was just in one moment. And it really helped me to see the oneness of everything. But these are the things that you only, like that moment, not only will it never happen again, but we all experienced together. The grass was touching me, the squirrel that was moving, the bird I was hearing, the sun that was shining. We all had that together. It was one moment. But these are the kinds of things that we miss. I could hear somebody yelling at their kid, not yelling at them, but like they were playing ball or something, like, whatever was going on. We all shared that. It was the oneness of the whole moment, the seeing, the feeling, the touching, the being, the breathing. And when we're not in our body and we're thinking about, okay, I've been at the park for 45 minutes, so I'm going to leave in 5 more minutes because then I'm going to go eat and then I have to get, like, girl. You're going to miss cues. You're going to miss what's really for you. And this is what I teach in my Sassy method. Like, we have to get in alignment with what is for us so that we can live life our way. It's unique as a fingerprint. What I'm doing is going to be different than what she's doing, different than what he's doing. And that's all okay. Because every time I take a step, one aligned action step at a time, I am in alignment with what is for Jamie. You want to be in alignment with what is for you. Not what she got, he got this, that. So there's a flow to this. Enjoy your bodies, y'all. Honor them, drop into them, be with them. Let presence and awareness kind of carry you away a little bit. Then see what comes to you in an open and free mind. Your mind is not a thing. Our brain is, but your mind is activity. It's not a tangible thing. So what can we do about the activity to align us better with our bodies? What can we do? How can we keep ourselves accountable? Which is the second A in Sassy. How can we keep ourselves accountable to who we say we want to be long enough to get in alignment with who we are? Not just what we've been doing, what we're scared of, what we're trying to control. No. Anyways, I think you get the point. I love y'all. Oh, thank you for kicking it with me. I am about to I had a salmon burger, but I'm not going to put it on bread. I'm going to put it over arugula salad. Like I put in my stories yesterday, and some garlic parmesan butter rice, a Hawaiian sweet roll, and some sweet tea. This is what we're eating until I'm done with everything I made. Thanks, y'all, for kicking it with me. If you found value in this, please share it with a friend. Please like the video if you're in here. Subscribe to my channel for more moments like this. And I'll see you in the next video. All right? Deuces.